Okay guys, welcome. Today's video is part 3 of our time spent here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. So the previous 2 weeks, you've most likely seen a couple RV tours we did while at the show. And today we're bringing you yet another fantastic campground tour. This is where we're staying at during our stay near Hershey, Pennsylvania, but we are actually in Gordonville, Pennsylvania.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes. So if you're looking at a map, Gordonville, guys, is just right outside of Lancaster. We're actually in Lancaster County. We are pretty much in the middle of Amish country.
It's wonderful. We like the quieter areas, and we really wanted to experience a little bit of like Amish country. And we booked this like 60 days ago. So
yeah, and we were really lucky to get the place that we got.
We were really lucky. So we'll get right into this campground tour so you can see how awesome this place is. So first, I just want to take you in the entrance a little bit, and then we're going to give you the rundown of the rest of the video so you know what to expect as usual. So when you first come in the entrance here, you pull right in and get to experience the cute little office. It's adorable, and they've got it landscaped so well. At least this time of year, it's really pretty. So you pull in right next to like the pickleball area, and they've got a little parking space and RV lanes where you can kind of be out of the way and walk up to the office and check in. It's really convenient. Everyone in there is super friendly. They've got the cutest little country camp store with just the basic necessities, you know, a couple little cartons of eggs, milk, you know, candy, playing cards, little Amish decorations, ooh, and an Amish cookbook.
And all the stuff you need.
So when you check in, they give you a couple of goodies. You get all the, you know, maps and things that you normally get at check-in, but they also give you like some discounts for some Amish places around town, and those might be seasonal, so that might fluctuate depending on when you're coming. And you get a gate card, a little plastic gate card to get in because it is gated here.
You know, half of the park is gated. So if you're in Big Rig East, you don't come through the gate. You're up by the pool. But when you come to Big Rig West, is what they call it, and we're not in a Big Rig by any means, but they have a gate card to come in that side.
But then, I don't know if this is just during Hershey week, but we got a Hershey chocolate bar at check-in.
How fitting.
Yeah, love that. That was cool.
And I ate it. It was good.
Okay, rundown of the video. So this particular video might be a little heavier on the things to do side than it is the campground tour side. There's so many things to do. We really want to share them with you because for us, if we were wanting to look into this place to book it, I would want to know. So we got a bunch of goodies coming up toward the end of this video. But usually first we start with Jared's world famous bike tour, which we got so many compliments on as well too. But after the bike tour, we get into some of our favorite sites we liked, likes and dislikes, and of course then the things to do.
Welcome to Country Acres Campground. I'll give you Jarrett's world famous idiot with a hat cam tour. So I'm gonna ride in just kind of like I'm bringing you in here. So when you come in, you have an RV lane to your right. Don't do like I did and park on the left and block the road when I came in, but you know, just saying, be smarter than me. So as you come in, you have a really nice camp store straight ahead. It's got about everything you would need in it. So that's pretty much what I would consider campground store. You have these cabins up here. They have some deluxe cabins. The deluxe cabins have bathrooms and stuff in them. And then they have like some efficiency cabins as well that have more like just, what's an efficiency? Bedroom, hot plate, things like that. At least that's what I was told, so don't hold me to that. As you can come in, you can kind of see these are really big campsites with nice sized yards, which is kind of unusual for a privately owned campground. A lot of times they're pretty small sites, but I really am impressed with this one as far as site size goes. Got some trees, got a little shade here and there. Some of my favorite campsites on this particular loop, which is this is Big Rig East, I believe. But these sites up here, like 929 through 31, all back up to this cornfield, and just really just nice sites. You got a good view out the back of the camper if you've got a rear window of some sort. And then as you get up here to the top of the hill, here you have this bathhouse here. So they have 3 bathhouses with laundry, and then you have the pool. Of course, the pool's closed. It's in September in Pennsylvania, so I'm sure they close that pretty early. And then all your sites here in the middle. Good morning. All your sites here in the middle are pull through. Also, you know, just big sites. It's what I like about this campground. One thing I will say about this campground too is it is super clean. Like the staff does a good job here, keep the grass mowed. They're fertilizing yards when we got here. It's kind of just nice to see them really keep up with their stuff. So very nice, very clean park. So all these sites, as you can see, they got the mini splits on the end, so they do have cabins have air conditioning. Have not been in them, but if it's like anything else they've done at this park, it's nice. So the pool closes Monday, but you can see they've got a shallow end, look like for kids, like 2-3 foot deep, and then the adult end on this side. So looks like he's winterizing the pool. So we'll head up here on top of the hill. They got tent sites, and then they got like, I'll call them van sites, like for the camper vans. So these are all like those are like storage cabins, I guess. I'm not sure what that is, but these are all kind of like tent sites up here on the hill. A place to park your car, a place to put your tent, right next to the cornfield. Hopefully you don't watch Children of the Corn before you go camp there. It's an old movie that I haven't seen in a very, very long time. But just saying, campsite next to the corn, what could possibly go wrong? And I got some more of the, starting to get into some of the cabins. On this side here, I'm sure the 846, if you're camping there, you can walk right back. There's a trail to the other bathhouse. So you have another small site here for like a tent or whatnot, and then you got a couple of cabins here, and then you have a few pull-through sites kind of in this area too. So camper van site there, then you've got one of the 3 bathhouses there. So we've seen this as number 2. So now I'm back up here to the camp store, and I'm going to come in this way and show you how it goes in this way. So this is on, as soon as you come in on the left, you have a pickleball court and the basketball court, and then you kind of come into the RV site. So the sites down here on the bottom, 801 through 842, I guess they are a little smaller sites. And these are all back ends, which they're all also, you know, you can get a smaller fifth wheel in here. I think he's got one of the bigger back end sites down here. And then as you can see, there's some pull-ins over here to my right. There's some pull-ins pull-throughs up the hill as well. And then you kind of, this whole row here is back end sites. I'm gonna go up here and look at the dog park and the playground. Got some of these smaller cabins here up here on the hill as well. So up here on the hill, I got some volleyball or badminton, whatever you want to do. Then have a nice pavilion as well. And then this is shuffleboard there, and then they got some cornhole horseshoe pits, and then there's a nice dog park up here where this feller's at. Good morning. So pretty nice dog park, and then they got a nice playground as well, including appears to be a ship and a train. So now we're going in what they call Big Rig West. Hopefully I didn't forget those backwards. So So most of Big Rig West is pull-through sites. And so, which is nice. There are a few back-end sites over here on this other side, but for the most part, they're all pull-through sites. And so you kind of, I like how they do some of these sites. But again, I mean, it's really cool. I mean, it's been a while since we've camped in a private campground with this much yard space in between them. Everything is 30, 50 amp cable television, sewer hookups here, decent water pressure. So this site here, and this is our site here. I like these two sites up here because we're on the end and we don't have anybody next to us. And then this guy here, I think, has the best site up here because he has this view back here of the cornfield. So there's nothing behind him. So if you have a rear window of some sort, it's a pretty nice view. And then all these sites over here are back ends, but they have like a rear nice like backyard, if you will, and they also still maintain a really good side yard. So it's actually kind of cool how well this place is spaced out. I would highly recommend this place. I've been impressed so far. One thing I'll point out here real quick as I make the loop back up to our campers. Some of these insights in our site is this way, where they have these campers with this side going this way and that one going this way. It's kind of nice that you have kind of the way they flip those sites. And then the rest of them they did what I would call normally. If that's such a word. More normal than what you would see in most campgrounds. So our campsite here, you can kind of see it the same way. It's they're kind of like back to back like that. Makes it kind of nice. Our backyards match up. So, well, anyway, that concludes Jarrett's Idiot with a Hat Cam bike tour. Hope everyone's doing well.
So what I like about the Big Rig East and West, both have views of the cornfields. So if you're coming in September, you've got beautiful views from either side. So now that you've seen the bike tour, I think we mentioned a few favorite sites in that bike tour, but if I can recall some offhand, because I don't have them noted here in my phone, well, one would be ours. Okay, first reaction, guys. I love this place. Oh my gosh, it is so homey and cozy and country and farmish and Amish. This is the site behind us, of course. And we are on the end of the loop. And this is our site, which we are working on getting set up. Isn't it so just quaint and peaceful here? If you have a back window on your RV, you're gonna love that view. And that is the west. So is that the west or the east? Is the sun rising? That's the east. The sun rises over there. Right. So in the mornings, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Really
we'll
pretty.
Put up a picture here of one of the sunrises. So if you guys take a look at the map, you can see the row behind us and just check out those numbers if you're able to book those and you like the end. Those are all my favorite sites. But they all are very long. I feel like they have enough space. We're backed up to our neighbors where their campsite's on the opposite side. So it feels like our rigs are close to one another, but this Cedar Creek that's next to us is huge, by the way. It has no windows on our side. So we have our shades up and feel like they can't even see us. Their campsite's on the opposite side.
You know, they've laid, like I said, you know, you kind of seen in the bike video, like they've laid this place out pretty well. Now this is not a huge campground. And even with us being on an end, and this is kind of like a one-way, there's not much traffic here until we pull out a camera. And once we pull the camera out, then everybody needs to drive by. But other than that, there's not much traffic up here. So one of the things we liked, and we looked at some other campsites, and this place didn't seem to really jack up their prices. So they were about $75 a night during the week of the Hershey show. There were some places closer to Hershey that were like,
we've heard we're higher,
like $40 on the weekend before, now like $150 a night during the show. So, you know, it's like,
yeah, and that happens a lot with like touristy things going on.
Yeah, it happens a lot during the Derby at home, but
Yeah.
But it's cool that they didn't jack up their sites. Another big thing that we like here is just really the location.
Another like of mine is the landscaping. They do a fantastic job here. As soon as we pulled in, they were treating the grass, taking care of their stuff. I mean, the flowers are beautiful. They've got a lovely pool up there. We'll throw in some of that B-roll now. The pool was closing as we were getting here, but you can already tell like it's a really nice outdoor atmosphere to stay in. The store is nice, the laundry room's nice. There's only a couple machines in there, but you really don't need that many with as big as the campground is.
And they have 3 laundry rooms here.
3 laundry rooms?
Yeah,
oh, I only saw one.
There's one in every building.
Okay, well I must have missed that part.
One of my big likes about being here, kind of tagging on Valerie's, is how clean they keep this place. And then the staff here is incredibly friendly. I mean, like I say, Valerie, when we got here, they were fertilizing the yard, and the guy come up to me and goes, "Hey, I just want to let you know that we're experiencing some rust on the grass." And he goes, if you see a little bit of yellow on your shoes or anything, it's not, you know, like he come and like give me this big like explanation of what was going on. I'm like, all right. It's not very often that the guy running the fertilizer spreader comes over and kind of tells you if you see yellow on your shoes what it is, you know. And so it was kind of neat to kind of, I mean, it's to see how friendly and how much care they take in the place is
well, and that they cared that maybe we might track it into our camper and just like mention it to us. Like that was really friendly and nice.
Yeah,
kind, courteous. I have 0 dislikes on my list here. None.
Yeah, there's not anything. I mean, you know, if
I
you,
can't think of anything.
I'm like looking around, like what can I like pick apart here?
Nothing.
And it's actually, you know, maybe that it's all on gravel when you guys driving on a gravel road. I mean, that's like stretching for something.
So yeah, 0 dislikes.
Yeah, I mean it's
Love the place.
Yeah.
I would totally come back to this area. Okay, well we're just gonna jump right into restaurants and like things to do because there's so much around here. This is such a cute area to come to. It's quaint, it's quiet, it's very quiet. Okay, first stop, Diener's Country Restaurant, and it is down home cooking Amish cuisine. It is really good, guys, and it's a all-you-can-eat buffet, and they have other things on the menu. But if you're coming, I would totally do the buffet.
the day we were there, they had meatloaf, and the meatloaf was I mean, I'm not necessarily like, oh, I gotta have meatloaf, but their meatloaf was freaking good, as was their fried chicken.
Oh my gosh, and their buttered noodles were probably the best I've ever had.
Yeah.
This is a good place to go to on Mondays when Bird in Hand is closed. So there is another restaurant called Bird in Hand, which you've already been here, you probably already know. They're a big name in this area. They have like an inn, some entertainment shows nearby, a restaurant, you name it, they've got all the little businesses going on.
Right.
And they also have a really good buffet, which we ate at. But they are closed on Monday, and they are in a temporary location currently as of
Correct.
September 2024 because their other location a little ways from here had a fire of some sort.
Yeah, so the Bird in Hand restaurant, as of today, 2024, September, is in Gordonville, but the one lady said they thought about February they would be back in a town of Bird in Hand.
Yeah, which isn't far from here. So if you literally are coming outside of the campground, you turn left and it's not even a mile to Bird in Hand on the left, and to the right is Diener's. They're really close together.
Right.
Both places are very popular. You want to go early, like right when they open. They both seem to close right
Like-
around dinner time.
Yeah, like everything closes. Like Diener's closes at 6 during the week, and on the weekends they really get rowdy and keep it open at 7.
Yeah. So just make sure you're eating, earlier with the wiser folks around 5 and
We
you'll
like
be
giving
okay.
them anyway.
Yes, we do. But dinner buffet was like $17, totally worth it. If I had to choose, I have to honestly say
Diener's.
we like Diener's better. Okay, so speaking of Bird in Hand, there's actually a town called Bird in Hand. And so this is actually a thing to do, is go down to the town of Bird in Hand. Cute little shopping area. They have a farmer's market, which is fantastic. Their Amish fruit and vegetable stand should be winning awards. It's so beautiful and so colorful. They've got strawberry lemonade, they've got all the fruits and vegetables, of course all the sweets, all the Amish sweets, pies, hand pies, breads, hummingbird cake. But inside that farmer's market, there's also like a little antique shop it's connected to. You can sit down and get a sandwich in there. They have like a little bar area. You can order fried chicken in there. Also in the town of Birmingham are the little shops. There's a cute one called Modish, which is like a little vintage boutique with all the vintage stuff. And then Downington Village was right next door, and it is gorgeous. I didn't get any interior photos, just the outside, because I was busy shopping, but it was a little more modern, like modern farmhouse stuff. And of course, right now they have all the fall stuff. So it was just, I mean, I could have spent $1,000 in there. Totally cute place.
She did.
And they actually recommended a lot of these restaurants to us.
Yes.
So thank you to Downington Village for that.
So I went in this place called Rustic Furniture. It was a pretty cool place. A lot of handmade tables there. Expensive. I don't think you went in there with me, but I was kind of tickled, or thought it was kind of neat that they had this resin made table, and I've always found that stuff like incredibly interesting. So
next thing to do is go into the town of Intercourse. Intercourse, PA. And yes, they're okay with the name. They actually make shirts that say they love their town. Kitchen Kettle Village in the town of Intercourse. It's not far from here, not far from this campground at all. What, 10 minutes? I don't know.
Not even.
15 at the most. For shopping, dining, live music, all kinds of cute boutiques. They have little niche stores like leather stores, knife stores. There was a cool camping store in there. All kinds of shopping. I can't pick a favorite, which village was my favorite, but that one was a good one to go to.
So I will say this about that village is the guys, like, all right, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna let you in a secret, like the Amish quilting.
I know.
Crafty.
There's benches for y'all.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't care anything about this. And this is why Valerie's doing most of the talking, because there was parts that I set in the truck. And I'm like,
that's fair.
I'm like, just go do your thing.
But
no
they
hurry.
had benches outside in the shade.
Yeah, they did. But
So-
in that village,
And that's where all the dudes worked. And you should have gone there because you could have met some friends. But you were like, I'm just going to be
it's
all
not-
Jared
no,
and sit in the truck.
I'm not, you know. But anyway, so in that particular village, I got a place it's like Bill's Car Barn or something. I don't remember exactly what it was called. But that place is, if you like Corvettes, which living room really,
I think it was just called the Car Barn.
the Car Barn, it was in that. It's like $14 to get in, but they have like lots of Corvettes, and they got like some pretty cool Tri-5 Chevys, 56. They have 55, 6, 7, and 8 Chevys. The 8 are like, yeah. But then they have like some Impalas and some Chevelles and some old Mustangs and some old Dodges and a Jaguar. It's a good place to go kill 45 minutes to an hour while your wife is spending all your money.
Yep. In the town of Lancaster, okay, that's about 20-30 minutes from here on your way to Hershey. Got to go to Lancaster. If you want to go to Super Target, that's where it's at. Bigger chain restaurants, more, you know, in town, everyday America stuff to do, right? But there is a restaurant there which was recommended to us from one of the boutiques at Bird in Hand. I said, where can we go to get like farm to table, good dining? She said, go to Harvest in Lancaster. And so we did just that, and it hit the spot, and she was absolutely right. This is a place to go, and it was excellent. We like good food. We ain't messing around. So we like the good places. We're going to tell you about them. I got their raspberry puree sangria, which was amazing. The appetizer I got was probably the best thing I ate this entire week. And it was a fresh tomato and grilled peach appetizer.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, over this like ricotta dressing, and then it had like a drizzled something else on it. It was fantastic. It if anything tasted like a fresh summer farm, it was that appetizer. It was delicious.
I got the spicy shrimp bowl. I don't think that's the name of it, but that's what it was. And it was actually really, really good.
Had their filet. I was in the mood for a steak that night. It was, and because it said wood grilled or wood fired or something, I'm like, oh, I'm in. Delicious. Oh, and then they have those little dessert cups, which I appreciate, because you don't have to have like a big giant piece of pie after dinner. You just can order a little tiny dessert cup with this 3 or 4 bites and hits the spot. There is another place that looked really good. We did not eat there, but it was popular, crowded, packed, and it is another like all you can eat smorgasbord, and it's called Miller's Real Good Food, or Miller's Smorgasbord, because it did say that on the sign.
Right.
But it was a like all you can eat buffet, and but it had everything. Another cool thing to do would be to do the Amish farm tours.
Yeah, they do that, and they do some buggy rides if you're into that kind of thing that are around here. So that would be something to check in. It's something we didn't really have time to do. I mean, this trip, we were either Hershey RV showing or eating, I feel like. and that was pretty much like this entire week.
And walking around these little villages and towns around here.
Yeah.
But we did see it. It's right next door to the Target. But it's a really cute Amish farmhouse, and that's where you get on a bus and take a little tour of the Amish farms.
So we went and had breakfast Thursday morning. Yeah, Thursday morning at Agape. That's a cool place. Again, it's kind of like a farm to table type place. These guys know what they're doing as far as marketing. They have a restaurant tied to shops, but it's a pretty cool place. They have some neat shops right there next door. And it's right next to a farm with some goats, which they charge you $0.25 and you can feed their goats for them. So it's like the most ingenious idea. I'm gonna charge people to feed my goats, and that way I don't have to feed them. But it's a cool place. If there's a wait or a line outside and you have kids, the goats are pretty friendly, so you can go over there and feed those goats because they want you to feed them, and then you can pet them and do that whatnot.
They like to be on YouTube too.
Yeah, and so you can do all that while you're there. So it's a neat little place. That area is not real big. It's pretty much Agape in that little store.
But we spent 2 hours there.
We did, 100%. So it's
they have all the things, all the bakery things.
Mm-hmm.
They have really good macaroons. Oh my gosh. And the melt in your mouth ones. Not the ones that are too crunchy and fall apart. No, these were fantastic. So we got a whole box to bring home to Olivia, and I hope they make it home. I had a honey cinnamon latte that was good. Oh my gosh. For breakfast, I got the haystack. And it had, okay, you guys, I don't know much about like corned beef or whatever, but this was called like creamed beef over a biscuit. And it
had home fries,
eggs, and these little home fried chips. And then it was like this cheese sauce. But when I saw the word cheese sauce, I was a little bit skeptical because I'm like, oh, orange processed cheese. No. This was like a really light cheese sauce, and it looked like a lot, but the flavor was light. And then on top of that, I ordered their silver dollar blueberry pancakes, but they came out huge, and I only got one down, but they were phenomenal. And
then I had, I'm on like newsflash guys, that got real exciting on my meal. I had a Western omelet, which was really good, but again, I'm simple.
Another fantastic restaurant ready for this. This one's in Hershey. So right there next to everything, very close to the Hershey Park. It's called The Mill, and it is also farm to table. We ate there with our new friends from Adventures Our Way, Ed and Kim. Had a great time, but this restaurant is gorgeous. Modern farmhouse look. It's right next to the railroad tracks. You're shaking your head.
I'm a little mad at Ed.
What do you do?
The Joker sends me to Hershey, which we haven't talked about. We went to the Hershey World and got me for $60. And then we go to dinner with him, and the Joker got me for dinner. What the? Seriously, Ed? Like, come on, man. No, I'm just joking. So normally we go out and eat. So we already been out and had a farm to table, and Valerie gets the steak, and which normally I'm the steak getter, and then she gets something pretty and foofy. And we went out and had dinner at the Mill, and I got the steak, which was really good. And then she got something pretty and foofy.
I got chicken and mashed potatoes. And carrots. Oh my gosh, the best carrots I've probably ever had. I know I keep saying that. I'm serious. Okay, let's talk about it. Another thing you can go do is go to the Hershey Chocolate Works store. And it is totally free.
No, it's not.
Except for if you like chocolate.
Except for you like anything Hershey related.
Or anything chocolate related is not free. So the experience is free. And they even have a little train ride inside, which is free.
Because it's lame.
It's not lame. It's just you've been to Disney too many times.
It's 100% lame.
It wasn't like Disney quality train ride, but it was cute and it had characters.
It wasn't even Holiday World quality.
Hey. All right, this is something. Thank you. And just like that, we're on the ride. Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome aboard the Hershey's Chocolate Factory Tour. For your safety, please remain seated with your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. We're on our way to the Hershey Chocolate Factory. Your guide will meet you at the entrance. See you.
They show it's fake, it's like digital They show the fake chocolates going through. But one part I thought the chocolate was actually like real. They were like churning the chocolate. That was real, right?
No. No.
It was fake dirty water
It was
chocolate.
just muddy water. They just went out and threw some dirt and some water and started churning it.
It's educational. You can learn how a piece of chocolate is actually made from start to finish. They didn't charge anything.
All I got to say is when we went in that thing, I thought this ride was going to be really cool because it had like, you know, the things like the zigzag back and forth. And there wasn't anybody there when we were there, so
Zigzag.
you got, you know,
oh, like the line,
yeah,
the roped, the
like
roped
where it zigzag.
sections. Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, this must be a pretty. I was walking in, I was like, all right, well, as long as they expect this line to be, this must be a pretty cool ride.
Right.
Dude, if I would have waited in that line through all those zigzaggy things, I would have been so pissed.
Yeah. We did not wait in line. There was nobody there. There's so much to purchase there that they give you a shopping cart. So you almost have like a guilt trip when you're shopping for chocolate because you're like, what? I'm in a chocolate grocery store. Like, how often do you take a grocery cart into a candy store? Never.
No, it
Hershey in Hershey, Pennsylvania.
That's the thing. We dropped $60 on those two chocolate bars, and I'm gonna eat mine. I don't know if you're supposed to or not. I'm gonna totally eat my $60 chocolate bar.
Okay, so what wasn't lame was what Ed recommended. Ed's like, do the Hershey candy making experience.
He forgot to tell me it was $30 a person.
Right. Well, we get to the line, or we get to the counter because there was no line. And I'm like, okay, this is $30 a pop. And I was like, can you just tell me a little bit about it? Like, what is it? And she's like, well, you just go in and create it on digital screen and then watch them make it. And I was like, well, that's not me really making it. So I was a little skeptical, and I was like, okay, for $60, do we want to just type something on a computer and watch it made? No, actually, this was a really fun experience.
It's kind of cool to watch them make a chocolate bar.
Well, and you do just kind of type in what you want, but it's a really cute experience. All right, for $60, we're going to go create our own chocolate bar.
$30 a bar.
People over there look like they're suited up, so this should be cute. Jared's going to look like a chef, y'all.
No, I'm not.
No, a baker. Oh, that's better. We're filming this just for you, Ed. I hope you know. Ed says, go ahead and film making your own candy bar. People will watch that shit. So that's what we're doing. My chocolate bar is called Val is Awesome. What do I do? Pull the lever?
Yep. Then you can look up at the TV screen, your name will appear, and then your bar will come down right in front of you.
So here's where we design our own chocolate bar? Okay. This is it right here, literally.
Yes.
Hello, Val. Yes, I'm ready to create. Let's do... Guys, I'm gonna go with dark. Ooh, let's see. Butterscotch, vanilla. Ooh, toffee. I'm a toffee fan. Dark with toffee, though? Yeah, let's do it. Are these the inclusions you want? If yes, tap next. Yeah. All candy bars will be enrobed in milk chocolate. Oh, okay. Enrobing. Okay. What'd you pick?
You gotta see. It's a surprise. Are you done?
Sprinkles, yes.
Sprinkles.
That's right. Sprinkles.
Here's sprinkles.
Are you ready to start designing your packaging? Custom design, pre-made design. Custom, of course. Background. This is like doing a thumbnail. Ooh, let's see. It's a chocolate bar. Ooh, I like that magenta color. That's nice.
So Valerie's bragging that her packaging's funner or cuter than mine. She made us late for dinner. That's how cute it is.
Is that mine or yours?
Yours.
Woohoo!
There you go. Enjoy. Have the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Take a bag there too if you'd like.
Okay, of course I will. I did a fall theme.
Val is awesome. Right there. Because I am. And it even has a little travel trailer.
Jared. All right, we got Jared here. Here you go. First 2 day, guys.
Thank
Take
you.
it back there.
Mine is practical and straightforward as usual.
Simple, right?
Simple.
Let me see yours.
Jared, chocolate bar.
Jared's chocolate bar. Did you have fun?
It owes me $60.
Okay, so here's the Hershey bars we created.
Mine is lame.
You guys tell us whose candy wrapper wins. Jared's, simple, Jared's chocolate bar, or Val's fall-themed camping chocolate bar.
So in other words, Jarrett, straight to the point, no BS chocolate bar, or Valerie's foo-foo.
No shame in my game, I had to get it right. Because I would win the prize. If there was a contest, I would have won that day.
Contest for taking the longest.
Push you out of the camera. Carolina, blur him. I think we guys gave you enough to do. There's enough to do if you're just going to the RV show. But if you're not, we just gave you like 100 things to go do. And as you're out doing them, you're going to stumble across more. I was really truly impressed with this whole area. Totally would stay at this campground again and do all the things we just did again. Let us know if there's another place in Pennsylvania that you would recommend. This fall weather has been absolutely gorgeous.
And I will say this, as we're wrapping this video up, those of you that came out to our meet and greet, seriously, thank you guys. There were some people, we met some really cool people. We met some tent campers from Jersey.
Yeah.
We met some people who are looking for campers from Jersey. We met a couple from Wisconsin, some Indianans, and a bunch of Pennsylvanians, a couple of people from Maryland, the dude from Vermont. Like all you guys, like seriously, thank you guys for coming out. It meant a lot to us because I really kind of felt like me and Valerie are going to be staring at each other, like playing like thumb war.
Yeah, we
for like
didn't
an
know
hour.
what to expect. If you're even still around for this part of the video, thank you.
Yeah.
Because this is why we do this channel, isn't to be like the big name YouTube anything. We don't think we're somebody. We're just a couple of RVers with a camera and a Gmail account and therefore a YouTube account. And honestly, we do this to connect with you guys, other RVers, part-time, full-time, no matter what camper you have. We love the camping community, and this is our attempt to get to know some of you. So maybe once we've met in person, you know, we'd love to come to your rallies. We'd love to meet up and camp.
Yeah, just let us know.
Yeah. And thank you for coming. There was, I think we had, go ahead.
Matt from Central Jersey, he was cool. He and I have a similar personality.
Yeah.
He's my kind of folk.
Yeah, we'll try. We posted some of those pictures on Facebook. Y'all are welcome to connect with us on our Next Adventure Facebook page. That's where we can actually message you, and you can kind of see more in real time where we're at and what we're doing, because our YouTube videos are usually 1 to 3 weeks behind real time.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. This has been a long enough video.
Yep. See you guys on our next adventure. Have a good day.